Hi, I'm the old dude. It was 1981. I was 31 years old. I had just left a controlling religious cult, one that I had been so devoted to, so fanatical in. I was desperate and lonely. I was so messed up, I couldn't relate to normal people. It was hard to construct a sentence, a sentence that made sense to people, to normal people. I even wonder if I had a nervous breakdown back then. With all my fellow cult members turning their back on me, I had no one to check up on me to see how I was doing. I was totally alone. But in the midst of all that turmoil and all the confusion I had, I was able to realize I needed one thing. I needed to do one thing. So what was that one thing I needed to do? Well, I knew I needed to work on myself. Now, I didn't have access to the internet. I had access to books and cassette tapes. Yeah, okay, cassette tapes. I know, I'm old. Remember, I'm an old fart. Well, I started reading various self-help books. Some good, some not so good. I read a lot. Well, that is, when the cat let me do it. Well, I listened to various kinds of self-help cassette tapes. That's right. CDs hadn't come out yet. Remember, old fart. So what did all this study do for me? I realized I needed a foundation. For most of the rest of the decade, I tried to find the real deity. I talked to people, the few who were open enough to listen, and I searched for something that actually worked. Something that would work as a foundation that I could really depend on. Something that was real. This is when I discovered positive expectancy. You can prove that positive thinking and such, that it works. After a while, I discovered my monkey mind. That internal chatter that keeps nagging at you. It had been condemning me. It was telling me I'm bad and hopeless. I discovered how to deal with that too. To know that it was just mindless chatter, well, that freed me to enjoy life. I took workable suggestions from people and from my studies. I began to see positive changes in my life. I was able to finally relate to normal people. Wow! I could see that my life could be more than just fear of a harsh deity. I could actually be happy. I could see with my attitude of positive expectancy that any challenge or problem I basically met with, I can handle it. I found I could even grow and improve from challenges and problems I ran into. All that had a calming effect on me, although I still needed more. But I was much better. Yes, it would still be a decade or two before I conquered anxiety, but I was still much improved. My attitude of positive expectancy and the study I did and the application of that study, well, that gave me great peace of mind and sanity. Got my sanity back. Yay! Now, I continue to study every day. I talk with people who are able to understand and listen. And yes, I watch YouTube videos, because there's some great videos out there in YouTube land. That's right, I've graduated from cassette tapes. Yay! So I've found that applying the principles I've learned on a daily basis, it's a very worthwhile exploration to invest my life in. It's of prime importance. And I'm still learning. And I want to pass on how I've healed my life to other people. So, how do you handle the monkey mind and anxiety? Are there things you do and perhaps do on a daily basis to make your life better? Leave a comment if you would down there and share it so we can benefit by what you've done. Talk to you later.